Welcome to the Explainer. So if you've ever flipped a solar panel over and looked at the sticker on the back, you've probably been hit with what looks like an absolute alphabet soup of electrical acronyms. Voc, Isc, Vmp, Imp. I mean, it's enough to make you cross-eyed, right? But today, we're cutting through all that jargon. We're going to demystify this alphabet soup so you can actually design and troubleshoot your solar systems like an absolute pro.
Here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover 1. Decoding the solar datasheet. 2. The extreme limits. 3. The real operating point. 4. Designing for voltage limits. And finally, 5. Designing for safety.
But before we jump into all that, we really need to address the elephant in the room. Which one of these is the real voltage? And which one is the actual current? It honestly looks like the manufacturer just couldn't make up their mind. But trust me, by the end of this explainer, you're going to know exactly why every single one of these numbers matters and why there isn't just one simple answer.
Okay, let's dive into Section 1, Decoding the Solar Datasheet.
So basically, there are 4 key metrics you'll always see that give us the complete picture of how a solar panel behaves. We have VOC, which stands for open circuit voltage. Then there's ISC, or short circuit current. And then we have VMP, your maximum power voltage, and IMP, your maximum power current. These 4 metrics really work together as a team to tell you the panel's full story.
Moving right along to Section 2, the extreme limits.
Let's kick things off with VOC, or open circuit voltage. This is literally the absolute highest voltage a panel can produce when there's no load connected, meaning the current is sitting at exactly 0. Just imagine a panel sitting outside in bright, glorious sunlight with its cables completely disconnected. You can think of VOC as the maximum available pressure building up inside that panel, just waiting for a path to push that energy through.
Now, on the exact opposite end of the spectrum, we have ISC, short circuit current. This is the absolute highest possible current that flows when the positive and negative leads are directly connected to each other, which completely collapses the voltage down to 0. You can kind of think of this as the maximum flow when the panel is entirely shorted out. And it is super crucial to understand that this condition only ever occurs during a deliberate short circuit test using a proper meter. This is not normal operation.
A really great way to think about the relationship between the two is like a giant seesaw. VOC is maximum voltage with 0 current. ISC is maximum current with 0 voltage. If one side is all the way up, the other side has to be all the way down. These 2 extreme measurements can never, ever happen at the exact same time. You literally cannot have maximum voltage and maximum current simultaneously. They just define the absolute outer boundaries of what your panel can do.
Let's look at Section 3, the real operating point. To understand what actually happens in reality, we have to look at the foundational rule of electricity. Power equals voltage multiplied by current. P equals V times I. You absolutely need both pressure and flow to create any usable energy. If either one of those is 0, well, your power is 0. This incredibly simple math is what actually makes your entire solar system tick.
And that brings us perfectly to the maximum power point. This is the real-world operating condition, where a connected panel generates its absolute highest usable wattage, and it normally occurs right at Vmp and Imp. Remember that seesaw we just talked about? Well, the maximum power point is the ultimate Goldilocks zone. It sits perfectly and comfortably right between the extreme limits of VOC and ISC. Right here, the voltage and current are perfectly balanced to generate the absolute maximum real-world power production.
So, let's take this into the real world with Section 4, Designing for Voltage Limits.
Now, let me pose a pretty critical question to you all. If VOP, maximum power voltage, is our normal day-to-day operating voltage, why do installers even care about VOC? Why worry so much about a maximum voltage that only happens when the panel isn't actively powering anything at all?
Well, the answer is a pretty stark warning. When panels are wired in series, their voltages stack up. If you just base your design on VMP, you might accidentally string way too many panels together. And here's the kicker. On a frigid, cold winter morning, when solar panel voltage naturally spikes as temperatures drop, your array hits its VOC. This can instantly exceed your MPPT input limits and let the dreaded magic smoke out of your extremely expensive charge controllers. So VOC isn't just some abstract number on a sticker, it is literally the ultimate equipment killer if you don't design for it properly.
Which brings us to a really important topic, Section 5, Designing for Safety.
Listen, if Voc is the equipment killer, you need to view ISC as the fire starter. Current is what determines exactly how hot your wires are going to get. If you ignore ISC when you're doing your conductor calculations or when you're sizing out your overcurrent protection, you are seriously inviting disaster. You could easily end up with undersized wiring, incorrect fuse sizing, severe conductor heating, and ultimately real fire hazards in your home or your RV. The safety margins in your system absolutely must be built from the maximum potential flow, which is your ISC.
And because of these immense risks, you've got to follow strict safety procedures for DC electrical testing. Step 1, always verify your meters rated for the expected current. Step 2, use the correct current input terminal on your meter. Please, do not try to measure current while you're still in voltage mod. Step 3, verify the meter's internal fuse rating. In step 4, this is absolutely crucial. Never, ever short the panel leads together without the proper test equipment. Disconnecting energized DC circuits improperly creates highly dangerous arcs. When it comes to solar engineering, safety has to be your #1 priority.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground today, moving all the way from the alphabet soup of the datasheet right through to real-world solar design and safety. So I'm going to leave you with one final thought to really test your new understanding. If a disconnected solar panel is just sitting out in your yard, soaking up the full blazing summer sun, what exactly are you measuring? Is it VOC, ISC, Vmp, or Imp? Think about the pressure and the flow concepts we broke down today. Drop your answers and your engineering logic in the comments below. Keep learning, keep exploring, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.